Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. So today I have something different for you guys. I installed a wig on my friend. So if you guys want to see how I achieved this look and this flawless closure install, keep on watching. So this voiceover already exceeded its limit. So I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing already. I'm using my Got To Be Glued spray, as you can see, for the bald cap, but I'm only doing it in the area for the bald cap, you feel me, because this is a closure, so we do not need all of the cap. So now I'm doing a second layer of the Got To Be Glued spray. After this, I'll be cutting the excess cap off and then applying my Ghost Bond Classic glue over, just slightly over, the rest of the cap to make it more seamless and flat. So now for the cap, I'm going to be applying Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation and just patting that in to the cap to create the illusion of a bald cap like her skin. Okay, nice and seamless, nice and melted, nice and flat. To clean up any excess oil or makeup left on her skin, I'm using 70% alcohol in a cotton ball to clean that up, because the glue will not stick if this is any way, shape, or form oily or any leftover residue. Here I'm smoothing out the hairline with my hot comb. This is a Annie hot comb. I got it from my local beauty supply store. Nevertheless, I'm using this to smooth out the hair now that it is on the bald cap, just so I can see what it will look like melted and to give it that melted kind of illusion already. This step is all about preference. I prefer to cut 2 sections or 3. Cut two parts into three sections to lay down the lace, only because I feel like it gives me more control and I can really focus on each section equally. But if you want to do it all at once, that's all up to you. I'm using 70% alcohol again. This time I showed you guys, just because now I'm really about to install this wig and I just want to make sure it's the hairline and her skin is super clean for this, okay? Because I do not have time for this not to be sticking. We do not want those complications. So the glue that I am using is the Ghost Bond Classic. I used 5 or 6 layers, okay, because this glue is the classic version of the glue. This is like the first version, so it's not as strong. If you're using a stronger glue, by all means, you do not have to use as many layers as I did, but for extra security, I use like 5 to 6. But I'm using the back of this razor to apply the glue and to smooth it out. As you can see, I'm using a small amount of glue each time because, yeah, you do not need a lot of this, okay, because then it gets messy, it gets ashy, you know, it just gets a little too much. So I like to use thin layers each time, and I'm blow drying it to make sure it's clear each time. And then, yeah, once we get done with this step, we're going to melt this into her skin. Now for the melt, as you can see, I will be pressing down, or I am pressing down this lace into her skin, kind of just smoothing it out, make sure each part of that glue, okay, is sticking to that lace where we need it. And then I'm also taking my comb to make sure that it's pressed in as well. Now I'll be repeating the same steps to the other half and as well as the other side too. Okay, so you guys just watch because I don't have anything to say because we're doing the same steps. But yeah, the same process, okay? Blow drying in between, using a thin layer of glue and smoothing it out with a smooth surface, which will be the back of my razor, okay? For extra security, I'm using Got to Be Glued spray, and I'm using just a tad bit, and I'm smoothing that out with my finger on the lace, okay? Then after I get done with that, I'm going to blow dry both sections, because I did it separately because, you know, it's wet. I didn't want the lace to lift at all, so I did this section first, and then I did the next section. Now I'm taking my Mizani Smooth Guard oil. I'm using that and rubbing that into my hands and applying that onto the top of her hair. And I'm also using that on the hairline as well. Then I'm going to be taking my hot comb and smoothing that in to the hair, really getting that pressed out so this wig can lay flat, okay? And I'm going to repeat this step as well. I'm also smoothing out a section in the back, and this really helped with the wig look super natural and also helped with the flatness of the wig. Okay, I didn't just focus on the front, I focused on the back as well, and that really helped with having this wig look super flat and good. So highly recommend, do not skip this step. Now I'm taking my Lusters, as you can see, I don't even have to say what it is, but it is my wax stick, and I'm using that to further smooth out this hair, okay, because this is curly, even if it wasn't curly, but I like to really make sure I have curly hair flat, especially a closure. As you can see, there's slightly over bleaching. So what I'm going to use is my edge brush in my hand, and I already applied the hair dye to the edge brush, and I use a small amount. This is a natural black dye. And I'm just smoothing that on the part to make it more precise. Okay, and it easily disappears. Like, do y'all see how it's just going away as I'm doing it? Now to cut off the lace, I'm using this razor that is very sharp. Okay, so as you can see, I'm moving kind of precisely because I do not want to nick her. Okay, that'll be bad. That'll be bad. So yeah, I'm using this slowly and kind of in a jagged motion to get that. You know, we don't want to cut it straight across because then that looks wiggy, as we all know. So yeah, zigzag motion and carefully cutting this off. I'm going to repeat that step all the way around. As you can see, girl, that is melted. It's melted, but okay. Next step. Now for the baby hairs, I'm going to be taking my fine tooth comb and using the back of that. I don't know what that part is called, but y'all know that it really helps get the baby hairs mapped out. I will say that. So I'm using that to do that. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And after that, I'll be cutting the baby hairs with the same razor I used to cut off the lace. With baby hairs, I always cut as I go because I don't want to cut too much off. So I always start off with cutting having the baby hairs being an inch long, but then I always go back in for more. As you can see, I'm kind of like cutting each section differently because, you know, with baby hairs, it's not all straight across. So I wanted to make sure it was jagged and looked natural as possible. But now, as you can see, I'm using my Got To Be Glue gel in black and using my edge brush to smooth out the baby hairs. So with this, yeah, it was really trial and error. I like to use the brush part to get it kind of smoothed out to see what I want, and then I use the other side, which is like the comb part, to get it defined. I didn't want the baby hairs to look that laid. Well, laid, but not like uniform, if you get what I'm saying. So I'm using the same technique combing out the baby hairs so they can look more fluffy, because I wanted a really natural look with this. As you can see, very natural. So we're repeating the same the same steps, OMG, on the other side. Like I said before, I cut as I go, and I really try to get both sides to be very even, okay? Really precise. When doing the baby hairs, I like to use Got To Be Glue gel in black as well as foam. This is just a curling foam. Okay, I don't know what it's by, but it's just a curling foam. Like, it's not even nothing special to get. Okay, but I realized that I like to use the Got To Be Glue gel to kind of get it molded and to get it, just to play with it in a sense, to get it really nice and molded. But the foam is used to get that shape. Laid. Okay, let's get into the specs of this hair because I actually am really in love. This state of hair that it's already in is its natural state. Okay, but now we're getting into wetting it. I did custom color, okay, using BW2 bleach and 40 volume developer. It came naturally black, but this hair is from DivasWigs. It is a 5x5 transparent, suitable for all skin types closure wig, and this lace is also a undetectable Swiss lace. It really looked HD, like, you know how HD lace has like that kind of rugged look to it? That's what it gave, but it wasn't HD, y'all. It wasn't HD, and it melted really well. Whole time I'm thinking this is HD lace, but nevertheless, this is 150% density in 20 inches. What else? I think that's it about this hair. 150% density, 20-inch transparent lace, Swiss lace. And the texture is, and the type of hair it is wet and curly. That is what the wig is called. But to get into styling this hair, I'm using Auntie Jackie's In Control curling styling cream, whatever it was. I'm using that to smooth out the hair, and then I'm using a brush, like a powder brush, a wig brush, to get those curls popping, as you can see. But yeah, after this, we're really kind of done. We're going to do a few last touch-ups, but that is it on styling this hair, as well as the specs on this hair. Make sure to check the description box for more information on this hair, as well as a coupon code from yours truly that you can use for HD wigs only, okay? Now I'm taking some more of that Mazzani Smooth Guard oil and I'm applying that to the hair to add some shine, because this hair was bleached, it was tampered with, but it still looks really good. And then I'm also using some pink oil sheen. You know, I gotta throw it back, use the old school stuff. It works just as good as the new stuff, don't play. But yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this from me, leave a comment down below, as well as thumbs this video up, and I'll see you guys in my next one.